hair is white. Doesn't matter.
No.
Do you want me to hold it?
It's quite heavy, are you alright? No. Yeah,
Gosh. Right.
Happy?
Yeah.
So, do you want me to say it?
Yeah, please.
Hello and welcome to another Bunny and Teddy video diary, and in this one it's a special edition as it's our very first Q&A video.
Yes.
Yes indeed. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Paul.
And I'm Maria.
We are English and
I am Mauritian.
and we've been married for 17 years come the end of this October 2021. Now, to find out how we came to be doing this Q&A, please go to the links in the description below and watch our 6-month on YouTube anniversary video, as well as our special announcements video. Our call for questions was highly successful, as we have a total of 18 questions to get through. Thank you all for taking part in the call for questions, and thank you for taking the time to give us all your questions. I think a special thanks goes out to Thomas Sidney and his friend Rebecca, who has supplied us with a good 6 or 7 questions in this total of 18, and so it's a great effort from them. Every question though that we have received is, they're all very good, aren't they, and certainly has made us think a lot.
Yes. Exciting.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting to see what we say. But we've grouped them all together in a way of sort of categories to help us along, to make it a bit easier for us to answer them.
We both hope you enjoy the video.
So, without further ado, let's get to question 1.
Question 1. Well, Jess is asking, how did we meet?
Yes.
Do you want to answer that, or do I?
Well,
or both?
I was suggesting
Yes.
that we do a little video about it, but then you weren't entirely sure whether it's necessary. It could be a bit awkward actually trying to do it.
Yes.
But we met on email, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
That was the first meeting. 31st of May 2000. I hadn't been long in the flat, and I was inadvertently emailing a friend of the Bunnies.
Yes.
At the time.
And on the
Bunny took over, really, didn't you?
Yes, on the other side of the world in Mauritius, the friend that Paul, Teddy was emailing, she said to me, "Oh, I've got a really nice email friend just for you. You know, you'll get on great with him and all that palaver, should I?" Palaver. But me being a little bit reserved on the type of correspondence email, I said, "Oh no, I'm not interested in that sort of stuff, and no, leave it." And she said, "Well, try and do it for me, because it can be a good friend. It can." So I said, "Oh, okay then." So she said, "Okay, I'll email you his address." But back then, I didn't have a computer at home. I had to go to a cyber cafe in Mauritius, didn't I?
Oh, right, okay. I can't remember that.
I think we started...
Oh, yes, I do. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, that's how it started. And then I invested into a computer.
Yes, that's right.
To start with the first few months.
And then you used to go around other people's houses as well.
Other people's houses to be able to, to email him or to chat to him and things like that. This is how the whole story started. On his side, he was excited because it was, again, somebody from...
Well, it was a different nation. I'd got a female friend in every port of every country, it seemed.
Oola!
But none so special as this one here, the Bunny, who communicated in a different way. So we caught up very frequently on each other's days and got in like a normal conversation thing, really.
Yes.
to cut a long story short, because this could go on a while, we actually met in person the following May in 01 in Mauritius, and that was my first ever flight abroad.
And it
The rest
was
is
really,
history, really, isn't it?
in a way, a bit scary because, you know, when you chat, you email, and were we able to see each other? I can't remember. I don't
No,
think
there
we
weren't
couldn't.
anything like that.
No, there wasn't
there
any
were webcams, I suppose, but
well,
we
I didn't have one.
I didn't have one. It was MSN.
MSN. So it
On the
was, well,
phone.
we had photos of each other. I knew who was coming at the airport. Yes, he came and stayed with us, with my family,
3
at my
weeks.
home, 3 weeks. And it was fantastic. But I be honest with you, I thought it was too true to be good. My family,
Too good to be true.
Well, what is it?
Too good to be true.
Too good to be true. And my family, my mom and my sister and all that, they said, "Oh, are you sure he's really genuine like that? I've never seen somebody so polite and quiet." And so we had a little bit of doubts, but I said, well, at least he is who he is, and you know, we'll see where that goes on. So anyway, he left after we both had a really fantastic 3 weeks trying to know each other and all that. And then we carried on.
Yeah.
We carried on.
But don't carry on too much, because that's a different story altogether.
No, I know, we carried on. Oh, is it? Well,
It's
yeah, and then
how we met. This is how we met.
Yeah, that's it. And then we.
So
That's
that's the essence of how we met,
That's it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Next
Next
one.
question, please.
Right, Karima is asking what made you come to the UK originally. This is, I think, a little bit straightforward. Well, I was going nowhere until I met Paul. So I had no really big plans to come to the UK. I would probably... Or anywhere else, because... Well, I was settled, I had a job, I had, you know, everything was based and I had everything back home. I wasn't sort of looking in any way of trying to emigrate or anywhere, because all the rules were difficult to enter in any country really.
Yeah.
Until I met Paul. I say, Paul, it's his fault.
Well, there wasn't any. I mean, you got family in France and Australia and all sorts of places, but you hadn't got any plans to go anywhere really at all, had you?
No, not.
So
well, to visit them, yes, certainly to visit them, of course. Not to the point of making plans on my own to go and live somewhere else. No.
So it was me.
Yeah.
So, next question. I'm reading off our TV, by the way, which you might be seeing in my glasses from time to time. Thomas and Rebecca ask, the biggest culture shock for Bunny when she first moved to the UK. What could it be?
Well, the weather. The weather, definitely.
Yeah.
The weather was a big one.
But culture shock, though. I mean, that was a shock.
Yes, the weather, I've got to say, it was really mainly, it still is after 17 years. It's after the summer, it's that transition, summer, autumn, winter. I don't really cope very well. Once we are in the winter, that's it. It's okay.
But what's the culture shock?
So that's
the weather shock.
Weather shock.
Well, the seasonal shock. There's only 2 seasons in Mauritius.
Yeah, seasonal shock.
So you've got 4 to contend with. But what sort of culture? Anything
cultural?
Shock?
It's
going around people's houses.
Well, yes, the lifestyle and how you've got to. You can't just pop in at somebody's place. I guess in England you've got to ring and see whether they was back home. It's frequent. It's normal. Where was I?
So the battery died. We're starting this question again. It's about the biggest culture shock for Bunny. So yeah, going around people's houses. That was a good one. In Mauritius, you can just pop to somebody's house and they'll invite you in for a drink and a snack without any question. Over here, particularly our family, you have to ring to see if anybody's available. They might not even be in the house. Here.
Yes.
So you learnt that the hard way.
Yeah. I've got to say, not everybody is like this, but there is.
No, I mean the
no.
older generation,
Yes.
the non-working generation here
Yes.
would be welcoming.
Yes.
And again, depend on the nature of the person as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you're all right sometimes, weren't you?
Lucky.
Yeah.
And then the food, probably. Yes, the food, the gravy bit. The gravy bit.
Yeah, she thought everything went with gravy. So you
Totally.
can imagine the 1 or 2 bits of disaster there.
How to use certain products like
Yes.
jelly.
Yeah, jelly was a good one. Blocks of jelly that you get.
I thought.
That's
yeah.
what she thought was jelly.
Yeah.
She didn't know she had to do anything with it.
A few mistakes, a few disasters, should we say?
Yeah, well,
But
you have to
not-
learn about
yeah.
these things.
And then also the way how to clean the house here, it's different because everywhere is carpeted here.
Well, it is in our place.
Yeah, in our place. And then how to make the bed. Our duvet is already, you've seen our duvet, how our duvet is.
Yeah.
Here you buy different types of duvet for different
Yes.
season,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Shock is also, food-wise, how about tea? Comfort tea, comfort
You either say dinner, tea, lunch, brunch, and all this sort of thing.
But
All these terminologies
when you,
weren't quite in there.
yeah,
Tea can be dinner,
yes.
etc.
What else?
Well, that'll do, wouldn't it?
I think so.
They're the main bits and
Maybe.
pieces.
Stuart is asking, do you both work, or if so, what do you do? Yes, we both work. I have worked in the kitchen in a caring environment with brain injury people for 14 years. Prior to that, I was a cookery teacher at a private primary school, which I really, really enjoyed. And I have recently swapped a job and I've gone into the community care, which I am very muchly enjoying. And
Muchly?
Muchly? What? No?
Muchly.
Muchly.
She's enjoying it.
Yes.
Very much.
That's it.
Me, I work for the Leicestershire County Council in the Records Office, dealing with people who want to research any local history, mostly family history. They like to look at old newspapers and certain websites that hold our records, as well as looking at original documents and so forth. It's very much different every day.
You learn a lot.
So
also.
I've been doing that 9 years. Thomas and Rebecca again, they've been very busy with their questions, and they now ask, how many languages does Bunny speak?
3. I'm fluent in French. At home we speak French. Well, of course English, and the third one is our dialect. Would you say?
Well, it's
our
it's a local thing,
local
if you like.
language. It's Creole, fluent, but this is used mainly on the island to communicate. You can't. It's not a sort of international language like Spanish and
It's strictly Mauritian Creole.
Mauritian Creole. Yeah.
Every island, I think, has got its own Creole, really, hasn't
the
it?
Caribbean's got one.
And food as well.
And food. Seychelles got one too.
Right.
Rodrigues.
Yeah.
And Réunion Island, they've got their own. So
following on from that, Thomas and Rebecca again ask whether I've picked up any languages along the way. Well, I tend to listen and learn. I don't speak.
You can a little bit.
But un petit peu.
That's French.
A little bit, in other words.
And then Creole. But
I'd say qui manière to everybody who I meet in Mauritius. To correct? Are you okay?
He understands, he can read French, funnily enough.
Yeah.
He can understand when I speak it.
And it's how you speak it as well. You've got to remember how she's speaking it as well.
And Creole, but funnily enough, if you do a conversation with Teddy in Creole rather than in French, he will understand better the Creole. I don't know why. He's always picked up better the Creole than...
It's more expressive though, Creole, because it can be, you can hear what's going on more than, it's very expressive, and you, if it, in certain tones.
It's funny
and
as well.
I laugh. If Bunny's having a go at me, I'll laugh. If it's a Mauritian man, they'd be having to go back and probably harder. She makes it fun to listen to. And now when I hear it by any other person, I'm laughing at them, even though it's probably serious.
It's beautiful.
Creole.
It's a beautiful language.
I think the Bible's been written in it.
Yes, the Bible's been...
That should be fun. It'd be a fun
It's
book
beautiful.
to read.
going mass in going to church in Mauritius is a joy. Really, it's not boring.
No, it's very gospel-y type stuff going on into
Very
it.
nice, yeah.
We've got two more from T&R.
So Bunny's favourite English food. Well, I've got a few. I haven't got a favourite. I love Yorkshire pudding. So anything, a roast dinner, toad in the hole. Yeah, I do like that. And don't laugh at me. Egg. Egg chips. And egg,
Gammon,
no, ham, egg and chips.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I really like that.
You really go for that, don't you? Particularly gammon, egg and chips.
Yeah, I do like Eton mess. I really do like an Eton mess. I also like jam tarts. Well, anything with nuts, any cake with nuts, coffee and walnut cake. I love trifle. I have found that English food has developed a lot within the years, I believe.
Yeah, it's not as bland.
It's not as bland.
When I was growing up, it was pretty bland, but
yeah, you can
get it.
You can put your twist. You can add little things. Oh, something else. I need to say a chip butty. Tea cakes.
And
tea
a crisp butty as well. You know, crisp.
Oh yes, crisp sandwich, cheese and onion sandwich. Oh, the list can go on and on and on. Pickle, English pickle, cheese board, biscuits. Oh, yum, yum.
Ploughman's lunch, you know.
Ploughman's, yes, Ploughman's.
Yeah. They're all coming out now.
Yum.
I'm hoping for some of this later, of course, in the week.
I'm not too keen on faggots, though.
Of all the things
I'm not too keen. I'm not too keen on faggots, but you love faggots.
No, I haven't had one for ages.
Pie. Ooh. Not kidney. Not steak and kidney. Apple pie.
Right, I think that's given me a list there. Thank you very much. And then finally, TNR say, what is Teddy's favourite Mauritian food? Well, I've got to say one dish, and Bunny's mum makes probably one of the best, and that's a rugai. I'll spell that for you. And it's like a tomato-based thing, but you can put anything in it, really, can't you?
It's like a ragu, but there's
a just particular way that a mum does it.
And it's the tomato. But for it, you've got to have the type of tomato. I think the tomatoes that we get back home are from China. It's a variety of it's small tomatoes. They're not round. They're slightly shaped. They go like this. They're not. You can get round tomatoes. I'm not saying you can't, but it's
pointed.
Pointed. That's it. Pointed tomatoes, small one, really red. And these are. I think it's because there's quite a bit of acidity, and it gets that little
tartness.
Tartness, yes. To a point that my mum heard that last time we travelled, and she went discreetly and made him 2 jars. Would you believe? And it was over the moon. It's the best.
Yes, absolutely. Other dishes though?
Oh, loads. You like all the Chinese dishes back home. You like boulette?
Oh, boulette. Yeah, that's a good one.
Like little dumplings. dumplings, all the salads, different salads.
Yeah, I've tried octopus. I've had
Grilled
ostrich. That was nice, ostrich. Yeah, anything fishy, I suppose, over there is different. It's a
All the
totally
veg.
different sort of preparation and cooking of it.
Farada, dal puri,
Gâteau piment.
Have a look at the breakfast video.
Yes.
You will.
Following on from that, Dan asks, what is my favourite thing that Bunny cooks for me? I'll tell you what we haven't had for a bit, and that's a stuffed pepper.
I knew you were going. I knew you were going to say it.
Well,
I don't know why, but I'm sure it's good.
I tell you what she does a lot of, and they are completely full of flavour, and it's just something as simple as a salad.
It's my mum's.
The dresses and the sauce. She's a very good dresser and saucer.
Well, I've got to say thank you
She
to my mum
creates
for that.
amazing condiments, if you like.
It's mum. Because
She has taste buds that are completely off the radar that can produce these sort of things.
Because we like our sauces
as I say,
back home.
just a simple salad. You know, a salmon salad would be quite normal, wouldn't it, for us English? But this one here creates a sauce for it, and it takes it to a totally different level. And what she is very good at is making do with what she's got, as Mauritians do. She can create a dish out of nothing, really. I mean, what was that pasta thing the other night? It only had mushrooms and onions in it or whatever, weren't it?
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic flavour, but there are particular little pieces of like that, the stuffed peppers. I mean, anything Mexican. She's suddenly gone into a Mexican thing. You're really good at that.
And Turkish as well.
Yeah. Following on from that, Nick asks,
Does Teddy ever do the cooking? If so, what is his favourite dish to cook for Bunny? I know what.
Oh.
I know it.
You know what I'm going to say? Well, it's not so much a dish as such, but I'm very good at mashed potato, and I'm very good at Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm virtually there with a roast dinner sort of thing.
You have made roast.
But I did a white sauce straight from
That's
scratch.
it. With chicken.
What was that for?
Chicken and mushroom.
Oh yeah, chicken and mushroom, something or other.
It was.
So,
And a cauliflower cheese.
right, I can't remember doing that. I do cauliflower rice. I've done that.
Cauliflower cheese. You made your own sauce, and I said it was better than your sauce was better than mine.
Oh, I must.
Well, in a way,
if she says that was.
I like the consistency of the creaminess of it.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't think you like cauliflower, so sorry. He doesn't like cauliflower.
Who does?
Nick.
Oh, Nick, who's asked the question.
Yeah, he
Oh,
doesn't
sorry,
like.
Nick. I didn't realise that. Yeah, cauliflower. You don't know you don't know you're born.
I know it's a bit bland. I know it's a bit of a bland veg, but
this one turns it into a fantastic veg, as she does with every veg, really. I'll have to start cooking again. We're going to move on from food. We're going to go on to travelling. The next question comes from Julie, who I had a nice chat with actually on Facebook Messenger, and she's loving the videos and all that, so a special mention there to Julie, who asks, when is our next holiday?
good question.
That is a very good question. It will probably be at home again.
Probably March next year.
There's quite a few factors that have got to be
Not decided yet.
We've got one or two plans. I've got a spreadsheet. I've created a spreadsheet on a week at the end of March next year where we split it between two places, and then the next one after that will be this one's 50th birthday, where we may do something. She wants to make it a year of celebration, so
I want to make memories.
There are rumours of a river cruise.
I don't know. We'll see.
But again,
river cruise and then a girly weekend in Benidorm. That's probably for sure.
I'm not sure whether I should give her a camera for that though.
Why not?
that could get a bit rowdy. She might have to use her own phone for that one. I mean, if all goes well with the COVID and all that, all this traffic light rubbish, you know what I mean, spoiling it for everybody at the minute, here and there, you know what I mean, we're trying to keep it fairly low key until next year, really, so...
It's mainly talks, isn't it? Talks.
Because we usually go away for our wedding anniversary, which is the end of October.
We're not doing
other
it.
Things are in the way there, so I don't know whether we'll fit something in before the end of the year. I don't know, but it looks like March.
Yes.
And it will be at home somewhere on my spreadsheets. But you probably won't find out until we've done the videos.
Yes.
We come back, show you where we've been, so watch out for that. Dan, again, he's asked another one, and he's saying, where is our favourite place to go on holiday? I think Bunny will answer this one for you. Apart from Mauritius, of course.
Yeah, the obvious is my beautiful island.
Yes.
But I'm shy. Teddy will tell you.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to say the same place. I think the Bunny wants to go back to Croatia.
Yes.
And yes, I think we both really enjoyed that one. Obviously, it was pre-video vlogging, whatever.
Turkey.
Yeah, we must do Turkey again because we've scratched the surface with that. France and Germany. So Thomas and Rebecca again as another one that's travel related. So,
ooh. Would you ever move and live abroad? Yes.
This one wants to live in France.
Yes.
Or
going back home, but more and more I'm thinking it's the travelling when you get old. Originally it was going to be back home, I think, wasn't it? But do you agree? But more and more I'm thinking it's the travelling. When you get old, it's being able to. Whereas France, travelling is not that far. You know, it's an hour, 30 minutes maximum on the plane. And back home it's 12 hours. I don't know, I might change my mind, but yes, if the opportunity comes, if there is an opportunity, yes. Nothing major, nothing big. Teddy will tell you. Come on, Ted.
Well, she wants one of these silly small houses.
Or a glamping pod. Woohoo!
God.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Glamping pod.
We're not glamping for anybody. Where would I would live in New Zealand.
Yes.
Or Canada, possibly. Somewhere like that, but sticking in the Commonwealth. English-speaking place, of course. Catherine asks, can you tell us an interesting fact about yourselves? Something you probably wouldn't know. My brother knows. I've been on local radio with my brother as a two-piece band way back in the 90s. We didn't get anywhere with it, but that's a fact. I've met interesting people at work, some of them being celebrities.
I don't know what to say about me.
Oh, I know an interesting fact. In her youth, she was a champion swimmer.
That's what I was going to say.
How about that? You got medals to prove it, haven't you, Bun?
Yes.
Yes. Can't think of anything more recent. Another fact is that she, 2 or 3 other people managed to cook up a feast for about 50 odd people, didn't we?
Oh, I did.
To raise money for Syria or something, weren't it? In the meantime, Ruth asks, what prompted us to start a YouTube channel in the first place, and how easy is it to get going? I think this would probably be a better way of putting it in a video on its own. I might just do a video on its own about this. In a nutshell, if you want an answer now, we just like watching YouTube videos to start with, and we saw how easy it was. And you can see how easy it is. I'm just holding a camera in front of us now and just recording what we're saying. I've got an editing suite and I edit it down and export and upload it to YouTube. I mean, it's as simple as that, really.
But prompted, I would say, Teddy got inspired during lockdown. It all started really, the willingness or the push when last year in lockdown wanted to create more memories of us, and also for me it's my confidence. I believe he said, well, I can do documentaries and you can be cooking. So it was a big thing for me because I'm not too sure whether I am shy. Can I say shy? Or
you started out as quite shy. You can tell in one or two early videos, cooking and all that.
But I think because it's a collaboration, should we say, and I enjoy looking back, and it's also memories of what we have been doing. Yeah, it's a place where we can go back and say, oh, look, we've done that in that year. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you remember this. It's mainly for that, isn't it? And for me, it's making others, my family, my friends, and people around the world, to discover also my taste on food. I want to be able to share. I wanted to teach cookery at home, but our home is too small. Our flat is too small. So YouTube is probably a way of expressing your passion. So
I just want to be famous. Yeah, I think a better idea of things I might be able to do a video on it as well, to expand on it maybe. Well, I know we keep promoting one or two videos on our channel, but if you watch the German videos, they are a bit of a history thing about where we've been there rather than us visiting the place. So they took quite a bit of research and time to collate the information and put it together in a video. I like to put a bit of effort into it. It's just interesting for me to do it. It's a good hobby, you know. But anyway, I'll go into it more detail in probably a video. I'll put something together to really delve into it. So going back to Thomas and Rebecca, they've asked virtually the same sort of thing. How and why we started a YouTube channel.
Create memories.
Just as Ruth asked, and Ruth will get a better answer, as well as Thomas and Rebecca, when I do a video to show you. And in fact, Thomas and Rebecca's their next question is, who inspired us to start a YouTube channel? I think that is why we did it. I
got inspired by Cara and Nate, and that's it. Well, I was hooked.
They were in Mauritius.
They were in Mauritius.
This is Cara and Nate. They are travel vloggers. We're going back a bit. I think you were just looking for Mauritian videos, really, weren't you? And they came up. To start with, it was such a simple way of filming things, and I thought, well, I can do this.
The whole thing about YouTube and all that, I take it as a platform where it's a very educational platform. When I did my diploma in teaching with adults, I will never forget that. I learned through different ways of teaching that I'm a very visual learner. I will look at a film, I will look at a video, I will remember like that rather than reading it. For me, YouTube is very beneficial for me because I learn.
If you look at our how to do videos on our channel, just to plug more videos, but
it's these people.
I've learnt simple things like how to clean the inside of a windscreen. You know what I mean? Anything on there, you can get anything on there. That's why I've done my how-to videos, just to basically have a bit of fun with it, really. But you can learn all sorts of stuff on there. I've learnt how to edit videos on there. That's why they've been so good. No.
Of course, we are both very much not in love, but we love Casey Neistat.
Oh yeah,
Casey Neistat.
Yeah, I mean,
is. And in fact, Teddy is more Casey, and I am somebody else is growing on me. It's Dan, the South African.
Dan Mace we watch as well.
I love
his worked with Casey Neistat as well. So
I love his approach.
Yeah,
I love his approach.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
But as I say, possibly another video in there somewhere to show you more about that sort of side of things.
Excuse me.
Bunny's getting tired. It's 10:15 p.m. on a Wednesday night. Anyway, last question, not the least at all. It's all down to Bunny for this one, as Chloe has asked, what is Bunny's hair care regime?
I like your question, Chloe. It's an interesting one. Firstly, I've got to say, here in England, it's only men stylists that can, well, cut and style my hair. No disrespect to all the ladies out there, not at all. But I don't know, I've tried ladies, but I don't think ladies stylists here tend to come across that type of hair very often. I did have one stylist, one girl, she did pretty well. The first time wasn't so good. I had her for 2 years, really nice girl. Men can handle my hair better. Would you agree with that, Teds?
Yes, you've hooked up with one of them and he's done a very good job with it for a few years now, isn't it?
A few years.
But of course, people get used to your hair and grow with it, so to speak.
But
so
the regime itself, I only have it cut. I don't have it colored or anything. I do my color myself. The regime itself, it's quite a lengthy one. Once a week, it's basically you've got to do like a mask. I do a mixture of different stuff. Every week it's a different one. An example, I've got something here. I also work with some of my family member back home who's got similar hair, and we share our tips. Basically this year I have been looking on either, not Instagram, the other one, Pinterest and things like that. Natural mask for hair. Before all that, I use coconut oil, an egg yolk, and some either some honey and yogurt or just yogurt. Beat it together, apply it on the hair, and then put a sort of cap on. I've left it sometimes overnight, but for that you've got to put a plastic sheet on your pillow, and then the next morning you rinse it with a normal shampoo, and then you put your good shampoo, which is a good brand, normally for frizzy, dull and damaged hair. You do the shampoo, you leave it to rest, and then you rinse it, and then again a very good conditioner. For that you apply your conditioner and then leave it to 30 to 45 minutes. But it has to be, it can't be a cheap brand. Basically it has to be something, you've got to read into things, into the products. And then after that I towel dry it and then apply some more on my roots, on the scalp. I apply some almond oil, and then let it soak a bit, and then put some other products, hair products, in the hair, and then it's curlers. I don't blow dry my hair too much because of the heat. It dries your hair a lot more, so I tend to put all the creamy stuff, or leaving sometimes conditioner, and then put curlers. Like today I have put curlers. I've put the curlers, and then as you can see, but after that I just put my hand in there like this, just to style it. It's mainly curlers, and sometimes from time to time I use blow dry and all that. I think I want to invest into a hair dryer, yes, for my type of hair really. But otherwise I think the best thing is to keep it sort of short. It's the best way to look after it. What would Teddy say? I've tried to leave it to grow, but it's hard job. But it's mask. Yes, it does take a lot of looking after. So the website the website lately that I have been using is stylecraze.com. So basically my last mask, I've changed it a little bit. I've used a little bit of unsalted butter, glycerin, a little bit of milk, castor oil. This is very fashionable at at the moment. Honey, olive oil, and that's it. Blend that together and then apply on your hair and then leave it for an hour or so. And next week I'm going to try a banana, mashed banana with a bit of honey, olive oil. We'll see. There is also avocado, coconut oil, an avocado that you mash, and then 3 tablespoons of coconut oil in there. I'm going to try. I'm going a little bit more. I'm going more sort of with products that are more natural rather than putting a lot of other crazy stuff, should we say. I'm going to try. I'm going to let you know next time. I'm going to try some vegan products, some vegan shampoo. Actually, my shampoo at the minute, it's Earth and Planet something. It's not too bad, and I've gone with the coconut Garnier conditioner for the hair. That's more or less my weekly, so twice a week. I don't do the mask twice a week. I do the mask once a week, and then the other time that I wash my hair, it's conditioner and all that. But I do sometimes apply a little bit of oil, only 30 minutes, not long. I don't let it rest for long. But it does take time, because sometimes Teddy will tell you at midnight, oh no, yes. What do you say? Not now.
Maybe a video on it.
Well, tell me, Chloe, if you would like to see a video.
Or anybody else with this sort of hair as well who's watching. Anyway, I think we better wrap that up. Well, we did have 18 questions to answer, of course, all of which were very in-depth stuff. I think we're going to have to sort out 1 or 2 videos for 1 or 2 there as well, aren't we? So, yeah.
I hope we've answered your questions. I hope you're happy with what we have shared with you. We hope to be able to do another one soon.
Yes, we may do a follow-up. We'll see how many when we get to 200 subscribers or more even, you know. But I think these questions were probably the sort of questions you ask somebody who's just started a channel, if you like, based on our videos as well. The questions were well thought out, and hopefully we've done them justice.
Yeah, and thank you very much for taking time to post these questions.
Yes.
And it's always a pleasure to do these videos for you.
Yes, we've enjoyed doing the last 60 odd. There's to the next 60, starting with the second and third part of our 15th wedding anniversary set from Ludlow to Stratford upon Avon, which you've been watching thus far, only part 1 of it. So watch the next 2 parts. We've got more exciting stuff coming up, and also I'm quite excited because it's my birthday coming up in early October, and there are hopefully some special little introductions to the channel that will be very useful to me personally. So I'm quite excited with the unboxing, shall we say, of those items. Some people would probably say, oh, is that it? But for me, it's quite exciting, so watch out for those little additions to the channel to make my job a little easier in creating stuff for you. Apart from that,
let me know on my side, what do you want me to cook for you in your comments. Alright, thank you guys.
Any comments, any feedback would be useful for more content. So
take care everybody. Good night.
Like, share and subscribe, as they say, and we'll see you soon in the next one.
Take care. Bye.